Right now in Haiti, armed gangs are launching new attacks in the suburbs of Port-au-Prince. As communities there are under fire, there is a massive effort to get Floridians and other U.S. citizens out of the violence and back home. WestJew was there when a flight carrying 14 Floridians out of Haiti landed safely in Sanford last night. And now the state is working to get even more people home. Florida's Executive Director of Emergency Management, Kevin Guthrie, is part of that effort. He is joining us live tonight to tell us more about these missions. So Kevin, first off, tell us about the logistics of these flights and how are you actually getting these people home?
So we have numerous vendors working for us. We do have a single vendor that's on the ground inside of Haiti. They're responsible for making contact with the individuals and in their homes, getting them to safety, getting them to what we call a landing zone. That helicopter will then pick them up, then take them to a safe airport, and then we put them on a fixed-wing aircraft back to Sanford Seminole International Airport. So that's in essence the strategy that we're using. It does require a lot of people. We have about 120, 130 people in Haiti pulling that off. We have multiple helicopters, somewhere around 12 helicopters that are going to be involved in this mission over the next several days. And then we got multiple fixed-wing aircraft. Back in Sanford Seminole International Airport, where you guys are at, we have well over 100 state employees and contractors there helping us get ready to process people through and back to their homes. It's very, very important for us to get people from their doorstep in Haiti to their doorstep here in the United States, more specifically Florida.
And you guys have been very open that this mission does not come without its challenges. Can you talk to us about the challenges you guys are facing?
Yeah, we're facing challenges working with 3 different governments. In Haiti, we still have splinter individuals that are still wanting to do the right thing in Haiti and run government, although there is no government there to run. Then we have the situation in the Dominican Republic. What we're trying to work out there is so we can work between the 2 airspaces with helicopters and rotary wing aircraft. And then back here at home, we have the issues with dealing with the bureaucracy in the State Department inside of other sundry consular affairs and things like that. So it's very, very difficult to get something done. But I do want to, again, in your viewing area, I want to make sure that I call out the CBP officers that are there at the Orlando International Airport and the Sanford International Airport. They have certainly helped us get through a lot of red tape, just being able to go face to face. So we're working through the issues, but they are challenging. We were not able to get any of our aircraft off the ground today, but we are hopeful that we're going to get 2 to 3 aircraft off the ground tomorrow.
Okay, so you do think that tomorrow is another possibility. Are you just going to keep trying every day until you get everyone back home?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. We line up every day as if we're going to bring home 100 people. So we will start out tomorrow morning as well, probably in the early morning hours, 4 a.m. or so, starting to get people ready to move. And then if we get the clearance to move, we are ready to act with 12 helicopters and at least 4 fixed-wing aircraft per day.
How do you determine who needs your help? And how do you determine who gets to come home first? How do you prioritize these people?
Again, another great question. So people contact us at floridadisaster.org/Haiti. They fill out some forms. We then have a call center that's running here out of Tallahassee. Call them back and then get the additional information that we need, such as passport numbers, traveler numbers, things of that nature. And then what we do is, because of the violence inside of Haiti, we work that perimeter first. What is the easiest people for us to get to on that perimeter? Pull out and extract and get back in. Over the coming days, we're going to be getting deeper and deeper and deeper with our team into Port-au-Prince, into those heavily controlled areas. Those are going to be more challenging, but we're up for the challenge and we're ready to get this thing done and get the Floridians back home.
Kevin Guthrie with the Executive Director of Emergency Management. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you for getting the word out.